We covered that in the first episode of High Level Conversations. Is the system good or are you good? You part of a good machine? And this is why the working mentality is tough, because some people are part of good machines. They throw it on their resume. I work for this brand and this brand. Okay, those are good machines, but who are you without that machine? And this is where been a horrendous thing that people found out, is that when they sit down with themselves and they trying to manage their life, they're not good without being attached to something. And so the world had to go through a rebirthing phase of figuring out, all right, how do I manage myself to scale? You understand me? Like, how do I manage my own energy? What do I know what my strengths and my weaknesses are? What type of thinker am I, right? And who can I pair with, right? How do you develop a strategy to where you take a step back, then you execute? Man, building out this tours are some of the hardest things that I have to do, right? And the reason it is because there's the perception, then there's the reality. People think you just drop a flyer and you sell. Then there's the back end, right? So the back end, if you're doing a tour similar to what I do, and always have to have additional meaning. We're not just going on stage and singing or rapping or doing whatever. Like, we're teaching, putting on an experience, right? And we have an entertaining aspect to it as well. It's never been done before, number one, so there's no blueprint for it. So we have to come up with the blueprint, right, and make it successful simultaneous. So we're always setting precedents. So we're working with this company called B-Side. And the goal is to create a blueprint that other people can follow with this one, right? And not only that, before I can do anything, I have to have meaning. And sometimes the people that I work with, they get tired of waiting on me. But I have to be patient because I'm waiting on the universe, right? I might be waiting on God to tell me what to do. How we gonna design this? How we gonna move? And I can't force it. If I force it, it's cheap. If I'm forcing it, I'm going with my plans instead of God's plan. And it could be something simple as deciding what to wear. My designer was asking me, and he been calling me, trying to get me on the phone. And he even wanted to go through the plans because time is coming up fast. We got to continue to get prepared for Invest Fest and things of that nature. And I'm like, it's not up to me. And as I was sitting down earlier today, I got out of like a 10-hour meeting. We were just working through a bunch of stuff. If you was on the stream, you kind of seen some of the stuff we was doing. And all of a sudden, as I was researching, I found the inspiration. You know what I mean? It came to me and it flowed through me, and then I sent it over to him, and now we have it. But it's like, as you working, you know what I mean? You have to know that, and however you want to put this, you want to, you know, I like saying the word universe because I'm thinking about universal laws, but the universe is your partner in business. For a creator, for a leader, to get to some of those next levels, the universe got to be your partner in business. And there's different levels of a business. You got the vision of it, and I'm a visionary, y'all. I love the vision. We have the vision of how do we put together what the culture needs at this moment, what people need at this moment, the guidance, the leadership, and how do we impress upon them this urgency and that this is the perfect timing and the right idea. And this is exactly the experience that they need in their life. So it's not just what I want to do. I research cycles, histories, patterns, right? I study the current times and I study what's needed in this current time, right? And then after I set that, I wait for the inspiration. Inspiration take time. My brother DP Valentine, you say you got your Atlanta ticket. I appreciate you, DP. You're a real one for that one. Everything takes time. You can search around the globe for the greatest seeds in the world that's going to give you a golden tree. And once you eat the apple, it give you immortality or something. But guess what? You have to plant the seed and then wait. And you don't get to determine how fast that tree grows. So you might be waiting years just to be immortal. You got to wait till it grow. You have to protect it. Then, once the apple is ripe, you can pluck it, then eat it. And I look at good ideas similar to that. It might be the one that make you immortal. It might be the one that make you a legend. You're going to live forever, you do this. But you don't get to decide how fast it grows. You can do all the things outside of what your partner has to do, which is the universe. You do all those things. You're learning in between. You getting better. You making sure that there's nothing that you can't do, but you don't tamper with, right? Because you don't want to mess it up. Sometimes you got a good idea. You might just be impatient. And through that impatience, you might not realize how successful you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not realize how successful you are. You know how hard that is trying to explain this to somebody else. Because somebody else might be waiting on your success. Other people that you're working with, they like, man, you had us go around the world. You had us fund this whole thing. You had us set this up. You planted it, and I thought it was going to go faster. And you might have read a legend about the golden tree. And you're like, man, I thought it was too, but I can't do nothing about it. In the meantime, some of them was sick, so they really needed it. You know what I mean? In the meantime, some of them, they didn't put in their last dollar. They didn't put their reputation on the line. But I can't rush God. We did our part. You know what I'm saying? The rest is for us to have patience, because patience is a part of the business plan. Patience is a part of the business plan. In the meantime, what you can do is develop yourself. You understand me? Like, sitting down with an entrepreneur and saying, like, all right, you at 4 figures, how you get to 5? You at 5 figures, how you get to 6? You at 6, how you get to 7? You at 7, how you get to 8? These are not major things. A lot of times you need to tweak. They're small things, because you obviously have to be doing something right already. That's not what we want to change. But every level every level has a new level of consciousness attached to it, a new habit attached to it, a new ritual. Sometimes it has a new friendship attached to it. Sometimes it has a new way of eating attached to it, right? Right now I have a pinched nerve in my neck. It's been bothering me because I can't work out the way that I want to. And the problem is that the more I try to rush it, the worse it will get, and the more I will prolong the problem in the first place. So if I don't relax and allow my body to do the work, and in the meantime study and learn myself, right, and learn the best practices and things to do along that way to assist and guide it, right, then also when I get back into the gym and get back into the lifestyle, all I'm going to do is end up in the same cycle that caught me here in the first place.